No, and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Hurts on the option right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
We always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong in that victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Prescott from the gun on third. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think...
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 score. And Prescott, his third interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. At the 26-yard line. Now Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down, Dallas. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Prescott yet again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
47.
Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go play action with Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. Looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Harris. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point. And Brown is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To the air again, Prescott. Going up top. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Smith catches left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hurts
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Najee Harris halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Play action. Here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Slot man moves right. On third down, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Kill. At 47.
Here's Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. And why the field goal team is still out there is beyond me. Time to reconsider after the delay. And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
Hey, 73.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Boy, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, kill! Go to 54, why ain't? 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 5.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run again with Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.